Imagine a plant that you sow once, and it reliably provides incredibly nutritious food for 30 years or more, with almost no ongoing effort. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into an often overlooked perennial berry that promises exactly that: sea buckthorn. This remarkable shrub is a game-changer for anyone aspiring to a more self-sufficient lifestyle, offering a resilient food source that thrives where many others fail. Get ready to discover why this hardy berry is becoming one of the most valuable long-term food investments for homesteaders. Before we get deeper into sea buckthorn, let's briefly understand the why behind perennial crops. A perennial plant is simply one that lives for more than 2 years, often returning year after year from its rootstock without needing to be replanted. Think asparagus or fruit trees. Unlike annual crops, which you replant every season, perennials offer a huge advantage for long-term food security and reduced labor. They establish deep root systems, making them more resilient to drought and often improving soil health over time. This makes them perfect for sustainable homesteading. So, how does sea buckthorn fit into this perennial picture? It's not just any perennial, it's an extraordinary one. Known botanically as Hippophae rhamnoides, this hardy shrub brings an unparalleled combination of benefits to the homestead. It's incredibly resilient, highly nutritious, and remarkably low maintenance once established. For homesteaders, this translates to long-term food production with minimal fuss, freeing up valuable time and resources. It's truly a plant that works for you, season after season, making your food system more robust and self-sufficient. Let's talk about what makes sea buckthorn berries so special: their incredible nutritional profile. These small, tart orange berries are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They're particularly renowned for their exceptionally high vitamin C content, often many times higher than oranges. But it doesn't stop there. Sea buckthorn also provides a full spectrum of omega fatty acids, including the rare omega-7, along with vitamins E, K, and various carotenoids. This makes them a fantastic immune booster and a powerful ally for skin health, both internally and externally. One of sea buckthorn's most impressive traits is its incredible hardiness and adaptability. This plant isn't just resilient, it thrives in conditions that would kill many other fruit-bearing plants. It can withstand extreme cold, down to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, and is highly tolerant of drought once established. It's also famously adaptable to poor, sandy, or even saline soils, making it an excellent choice for challenging landscapes or coastal regions where other berries struggle. This means you can often grow it in places on your homestead where nothing else seems to flourish, turning marginal land into productive ground. Sea buckthorn isn't just tough, it's also a generous contributor to your soil ecosystem. It's a nitrogen fixer, a remarkable characteristic shared with legumes. This means it has a symbiotic relationship with bacteria in its root nodules that can convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form usable by plants. This process naturally enriches the soil, benefiting not only the sea buckthorn itself but also neighboring plants. This makes it a fantastic choice for permaculture systems, polycultures, or regenerating degraded land, reducing your need for external fertilizers and building healthier soil over time. Let's get a little more familiar with the plant itself. Sea buckthorn is a deciduous shrub or small tree, typically growing anywhere from 6 to 20 feet tall and wide, depending on the variety and growing conditions. Its branches are often covered in silvery green, narrow leaves and, notably, sharp thorns. These thorns are a significant characteristic you'll need to work around, especially during harvest. The plant forms a dense, bushy habit and can spread through suckers, making it an excellent choice for hedges, windbreaks, or erosion control, while also providing food. This is a crucial point for anyone planning to grow sea buckthorn for fruit. It is dioecious. This means individual plants are either male or female. Only female plants produce berries, but they need a male plant nearby for pollination. Think of it like a chicken coop. You need a rooster for eggs to be fertile, even if only hens lay them. Typically, one male plant can effectively pollinate up to 6 to 10 female plants, so careful planning for this ratio is essential to ensure you get a good harvest. Don't skip this step. While sea buckthorn is generally hardy, selecting the right variety can optimize your success. Cultivars like Lycora and Orange Glow are popular female varieties known for larger berries and good yields. For a reliable male pollinator, Lord or Pole mix are excellent choices. When making your selection, consider factors like the ultimate size of the plant, its thorniness, and the ripening time of the berries. Always choose varieties suitable for your specific climate zone and ensure you're getting clearly labeled male and female plants from a reputable nursery to guarantee fruit production. For best results, sea buckthorn needs a sunny spot. At least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily will ensure optimal fruit production. While it tolerates poor soils, well-draining soil is crucial. It absolutely detests wet feet, so avoid areas prone to waterlogging. Consider its mature size and spread when choosing a location. These plants can get big. They also make excellent windbreaks or living fences, so integrating them into the perimeter of your garden or property can serve multiple functions. Just remember to account for that crucial male plant placement. When it's time to plant your sea buckthorn, the process is straightforward. First, dig a hole that's twice as wide as the root ball and just as deep. Gently remove the plant from its container and loosen any circling roots. Place the plant in the hole, ensuring the top of the root ball is level with the soil surface. Backfill with the excavated soil, tamping gently to remove air pockets. Water thoroughly to settle the soil around the roots. Remember to space your plants appropriately, typically 6 to 10 feet apart, and ensure your male pollinator is within 50 feet of all female plants for effective pollination. Like many perennial fruits, sea buckthorn requires a bit of patience in its early years. While it establishes quickly, it may take 3 to 5 years before you see a significant harvest. During this establishment period, focus on healthy root development. Ensure consistent watering during dry spells in the first year, but after that, its drought tolerance kicks in. Avoid heavy fertilization, especially with nitrogen-rich products, as its nitrogen-fixing capabilities mean it produces its own. The investment of these initial years will pay dividends for decades to come, so don't get discouraged by a small first harvest. Once established, sea buckthorn is truly a low-maintenance plant, aligning perfectly with the almost no-work promise. Its extensive root system makes it highly drought-tolerant, meaning you typically won't need to water it unless you experience prolonged, extreme dry periods. As for fertilizing, thanks to its nitrogen-fixing abilities, supplemental nitrogen is rarely needed. In fact, too much nitrogen can lead to excessive leafy growth at the expense of berries. A light top dressing of compost every few years can provide a general nutrient boost, but beyond that, it really takes care of itself. While sea buckthorn is low maintenance, a little strategic pruning can significantly improve your yield and the plant's health. Pruning is best done in late winter or early spring while the plant is dormant. The main goals are to remove dead, diseased, or crossing branches, improve air circulation, and manage the plant's size. For easier harvesting, you might also prune to keep the berry-laden branches within reach. Some growers practice a form of coppicing, cutting back older branches to encourage new, more productive growth. Remember those thorns, and wear thick gloves. Another fantastic advantage for the busy homesteader is sea buckthorn's robust resistance to most common pests and diseases. This plant evolved in harsh environments, developing strong natural defenses. While no plant is entirely immune, serious issues requiring intervention are rare. This means less spraying, less worry, and a healthier ecosystem on your homestead. For those aiming for organic food production, this natural resilience is a huge benefit, allowing you to focus on other tasks knowing your sea buckthorn is generally taking care of itself. Harvesting sea buckthorn berries is perhaps the most challenging aspect of growing them, but with the right technique, it becomes manageable. The berries ripen in late summer to early fall, turning a vibrant orange. They cling tightly to the branches, often nestled amongst those sharp thorns. Trying to pick them one by one is a slow, painful process. This is where a clever harvesting strategy comes in, turning what seems like a daunting task into an efficient operation. The trick is to rethink how you approach the harvest altogether. The most widely recommended and efficient method for harvesting sea buckthorn is to cut the berry-laden branches. This might sound drastic, but the plant responds well to it, and it's part of your pruning routine. Here's how it works. First, carefully cut off the branches heavily laden with ripe berries. Next, place these branches into freezer bags and freeze them solid for at least 24 hours. Once frozen, the berries become brittle and easily detach. You can then gently shake, tap, or even beat the frozen branches over a sheet to dislodge the berries, which are then collected and stored. Once you have your bounty of berries, what do you do with them? The most common use is making juice. Sea buckthorn juice is incredibly tart, so it's often blended with sweeter fruits or diluted. It's excellent for making jams, jellies, sauces, or even adding a tangy kick to smoothies and yogurts. The seeds and pulp left over from juicing are rich in oil, which is prized for its health and cosmetic benefits. While extracting the oil at home can be a bit labor-intensive, the berries themselves are versatile for culinary and medicinal uses. Sea buckthorn's value extends beyond its delicious and nutritious berries. The leaves can be harvested and dried to make a healthful herbal tea, rich in antioxidants. Due to its dense growth and thorny nature, it makes an excellent living fence or hedgerow, providing security and wind protection. It also offers valuable habitat and food for wildlife, especially birds, once the berries soften after a hard freeze. And don't forget its role in erosion control and soil stabilization, particularly on sloped land or areas prone to wind erosion. It's truly a multi-purpose plant. While sea buckthorn is amazing, it's important to have realistic expectations. The thorns are no joke, they are sharp and abundant, making harvesting and pruning a prickly affair. Always wear heavy-duty gloves and protective clothing. The berries themselves are incredibly tart and astringent. They are rarely eaten fresh straight off the bush by most people. They really shine when processed into juice or preserves. Finally, while it's low maintenance, the initial effort of planting and then the annual harvest process, even with the freezing method, does require some dedicated time and energy. So, is sea buckthorn the right perennial superfood for your homestead? If you're looking for an incredibly hardy, low-maintenance plant that can provide decades of highly nutritious food, often in challenging conditions, then the answer is likely yes. It's ideal for those seeking to build a resilient, self-sufficient food system and are willing to put in the initial planting and annual harvest effort. Consider your climate, available space, and your commitment to processing its unique berries. With careful planning, sea buckthorn can truly be a valuable, long-term asset to your homestead. Sea buckthorn truly represents a perennial investment for the homesteader, a plant that gives back generously for decades, asking for surprisingly little in return. From its incredible nutritional density and unmatched hardiness to its soil-improving qualities and versatile uses, it's a powerhouse that deserves a place in your long-term food strategy. While it has its quirks, the rewards far outweigh the challenges. We hope this deep dive has inspired you to consider adding this forgotten berry to your homestead. What are your thoughts? Have you grown sea buckthorn before?